Over 42 million people in India suffers from thyroid problems, and this is the one of the most common endocrine disorders that people in India are facing for. And India has the largest people who have more thyroid related problems. And today in this video, I'm going to talk about the thyroid problem. And I decided to make this topic because this topic was on my 11th syllabus for my final examination for biology. So when I was studying and I thought that why don't I make a topic on this topic, and this topic gave me more interesting facts and information. Where I have learned about this particular topic, I want to share with you guys to create awareness about this particular problem known as thyroid problem. So most of the Indians on here suffers from thyroid problems, and they don't know what is the root cause of thyroid problem, because a lot of people suffers from thyroid related issues and people don't know for what reasons are they suffering from. And today in this video, I'm going to share with you guys the information that what I have studied particularly for this topic, and if that sounds interesting, let's go. So first of all, we should know that what is basically thyroid gland, so that we can know the importance of the small gland which is present over here. So first of all, thyroid gland is part of the endocrine gland, which is, so basically this thyroid gland is composed of stromal tissues as well as follicular cells. So these follicular cells are used to synthesize some two main hormones. So these two hormones are called as thyroxine and triiodothyronine. So this thyroxine and triiodothyronine are they does the important functions in our body, like for metabolism of carbohydrates, fats, protein, and to influence the basal metabolic rate, and to maintain the water and electrolyte balance in our body. And they also support the process of erythropoiesis. So erythropoiesis is nothing but the formation of RBC, which means the red blood cells in our body, which is very important, and it plays a crucial role in erythropoiesis, which is the characteristic feature of this one. I found that interesting. Plus, these functions are very important because these functions are taking place every single day in our life, because whatever the food we eat or when we are going to sleep or to maintain our whole body stability, this are very important. So thyroxine and triiodothyronine are the two main hormones which is synthesized by this small gland, thyroid gland. And the parafollicular cells in this thyroid gland also plays a very major role, because they secrete a hormone called as thyrocalcitonin. So thyrocalcitonin helps you to maintain the blood calcium levels. For example, whenever your blood calcium levels in the plasma membrane increases, this thyrocalcitonin helps for the regulation of blood calcium levels, which helps to maintain the blood calcium levels whenever the blood calcium levels exceeds its limit. Since the parafollicular cells helps the it regulates the blood calcium levels, so we can call it as it is an hypocalcemic hormone, because it helps in the regulation of blood calcium levels in our body. And next one is parathyroid gland. So as I talked about thyroid gland, which is present at the frontal lobe, and in the backside of our lobe, that's a gland called as parathyroid gland, which is also part of the thyroid gland, but it's present backside over here. So this also plays a very major role, because this parathyroid gland also secretes a peptide hormone known as parathyroid hormone. This parathyroid hormone helps to increase the calcium levels in our plasma. For example, as I said, this parathyroid the parafollicular cells helps to regulate the blood calcium levels. So whenever the blood calcium levels becomes very low, this parathyroid gland comes into a play. So it helps to increase the calcium levels in the blood, so that the plasma membrane has the sufficient amount of calcium in our body. So in order to increase the calcium levels in our plasma, this parathyroid gland plays a very sufficient role, and hence we call this as hypercalcemic hormone. So hypo means low and hypercalcemic means high. So parathyroid gland helps to increase the calcium levels in our blood, whereas parafollicular cells helps to regulate the amount of blood calcium levels in our body. So these two guys plays a very important role in maintaining the balance of calcium in our body. Now I just gave the intro about what is basically thyroid gland and its importance functions in our body. Now let's jump into our topic, which is why people in India are more prone to thyroid related problems and why people in India especially face a lot of problems related to this thyroid related issues. And speaking about that, first one comes lifestyle. So our lifestyle has changed a lot from evolution to evolution as we humans grow and the technologies improve and the modern world. So today, our lifestyle has changed way far better. But still, we are facing a lot of issues like thyroid related issues because due to poor diet, stress, and a lot of other environmental factors. So when it comes to thyroid related problems, iodine plays a very important role, especially in your diet. So when iodine is less in your body, which is nothing but iodine deficiency, iodine is very important to synthesize these two hormones as I said earlier, which is thyroxine and triiodothyronate. So it's very important to synthesize these two hormones. We need iodine. So hypothyroidism is caused by low iodine in your body, which is due to iodine deficiency. So hypothyroidism is very important to treat earlier as much as possible. So hypothyroidism leads the enlargement of a thyroid gland, which is a clear symptom of hypothyroidism, which is due to iodine deficiency. And there is also a disorder known as cretinism. So cretinism is nothing but when the woman during pregnancy have hypothyroidism, it can also negatively affect the development of the child. So it affects the child, like the symptoms include like mental retardation, deaf mutism, then stunted growth and low development. So this all will also affect the childhood also. So it will negatively affect the child, and when the child grows, he may see no development, and it can also affect the mental health and the physical health of the young child. So these are the reasons. That's how iodine in your diet plays very crucial role. So your diet plays very major role, and your other lifestyle, for example, like your activities like smoking, drinking, and not being active. So you should start avoiding those activities. Second one is exposure to cyanogenic compounds. So cyanogenic compounds is nothing but when we are exposed to the compounds like cyanide for long period of time, this can have a negative impact on your metabolism of iodine. As I said earlier, iodine is important for synthesizing the two hormones thyroxine and triiodothyronate. And in order to synthesize these two hormones, we need a good lifestyle, right? And when you are exposed to these harmful compounds like the cyanide and all those stuffs, this will have a negative impact on how your iodine is getting metabolized. So the industries like the factories industries release a high amount of sulfide, cyanide, and when humans breathe in, this will negatively affect how our iodine is getting metabolized in our body. So they are released in the form of smoke, and when you're smoking, cigarette also contains cyanide, which will definitely affect not only your lungs, it will also affect how your thyroid gland performs to do all those important functions in our body. So try to avoid exposure to cyanide and all those harmful chemicals as much as possible, because they determine how your iodine is getting metabolized inside your body. Third one is gender. So whenever it comes to gender, you need to understand that women are more prone to thyroid related issues than men. So both like men and women, they also suffer from thyroid issues, but specifically studies have found that women are affected by thyroid related problems more than men. It is due to the nature of their immune system of men and women. So men have a different kind of immune system, whereas women have a different kind of immune system. So 1 in 8 women definitely have thyroid related issues at some point of their life. So the risk for women is 10 times higher than that of men. And next disorder that most people in India they are facing is hyperthyroidism. Hyperthyroidism is also a thyroid disorder which is caused by due to cancer or formation of nodules in our thyroid gland. So it can cause to release more thyroxine and triiodothyronate. So as we discussed earlier, like hypothyroidism, which is less secretion of that thyroid hormones, and when the thyroid hormones are secreted more than their limit, that's what we call it as hyperthyroidism. So they're caused by cancer or formation of nodules in our thyroid gland, and they result in the formation of enlargement of our goiter. So that goiter, we call it as exophthalmic goiter. It is also called as Graves' disease. So Graves' disease is a common name that we used to call for this hyperthyroidism. Its symptoms include like enlargement of the goiter, which means your goiter becomes larger, plus protrusion of eyeball. Your eyeball starts to swell, or it becomes large. Then unexpected weight loss. So your weight is reducing without doing anything else. Then increased basal metabolic rate. So your basal metabolic rate will be increased way before compared to before. So your metabolic rate will be at its peak when you have hyperthyroidism. These are the disorders and the things that why it makes people to suffer from thyroid-related issues more than before. So it's very important to notice the reasons that why we are suffering from thyroid-related issues and treat them earlier as much as possible. So I hope you guys have got some idea that why we have thyroid-related issues in our life. So it's very important to treat them as much as early as possible. So that's where prevention comes into a play. So we all used to heard a quote known as prevention is better than cure, right? So prevention is better than cure. So you should start focusing on your health, like modifying your lifestyle, starting to being active, modifying your diet, like including more iodine rich food in your body to eliminate the problem of hypothyroidism, and start to be active, work out every single day at least for like 30 minutes, which is significantly play an important role that how your thyroid gland functions. So in order to keep a thyroid gland healthy and good, you should start to focus on your health, like modifying diet and reduce your stress, and make sure to always have a health checkup whenever you are finding some symptoms of thyroid related issues. So that's the way that how you prevent thyroid related problems at point of your life. I hope you guys have got some information about thyroid gland and this disorder, that why people in India especially suffer from thyroid related issues. So it's not because of our country, it's only because of you, because you should start focusing on your health. When you focus on yourself, you can eliminate this type of disorders at earlier point of your life. So if you find this video as helpful, make sure to give a like and comment to this video if you found something interesting, and give me more topics that what to upload on the future. And you guys are supporting so much that my videos are going so good, and the views are getting increased compared to before, and I'm so thankful for you guys, and I'm so happy to have a good subscribers like you guys. Make sure to subscribe my channel and share my videos as much as possible. Let other people also to know about this video. And thank you for watching this video. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, bye from your Srinath. Thank you. Bye bye. Take care.